What is going on, everybody? My name is Mehul and welcome to your 20th Angular 2 tutorial, in which we'll be starting off with a simple login application for Angular 2. Well, we did create one for AngularJS in the previous playlist of AngularJS, and I found it to be quite successful. So here I am to create another one for Angular 2. Well, if you are kind of, perplexed to see all of this stuff right here and you don't know how I got this, I'm just saying that for the users who have come directly from some other page to this page, then you could probably go to my Angular 2 playlist, and I have demonstrated how I have set this up in some tutorial. I don't know, I guess it's in the first 5 tutorials or something. You can just search that, and I would probably leave a link to my playlist as well in the description so that anybody can go and pretty much play all the videos if they like to. So what we are gonna do in this kind of mini series for login application, I'm just giving you an overview, is that we are gonna create a simple login form which would authenticate the users or the administrators depending, and would just redirect them to appropriate pages. And obviously we would secure the pages by making use of that there's no unauthenticated access to a particular page. Well, before even starting this, I want to say that this method is highly insecure, and anyone could probably break out of this, because all of this code which we are going to write would be running on our browser itself. So that gives anybody the opportunity to see what we have written. And in the best case scenario, what you can do is just encrypt your JavaScript, but it itself doesn't allow the user, doesn't block the user to see your code. So for example, if you are writing like if username is admin and password is this, then redirect them to this, create session like this, and all that stuff. But what happens is that user can actually just view source or do something else to view this thing right here. So user knows that if he enters the username as admin and password as 12345, he can get access to the administrator area. Well, we can just probably fix this by simply moving the authentication part to the backend and leaving the rest of the work same. So if we get time, we'll probably do that as well. But for now, let's just concentrate on Angular 2, and let's get started. Now, as you can see, pretty much I have cleared everything. You can see like I have only just this main.ts, then there's nothing in templates, nothing in JS kind of, and nothing in CSS. So we are going to start from the scratch bottom. Okay, so now as you know, we need to create an app.ts file right here, which would just include our first code. So I'm just going to say import component from Angular 2 core, then import route config. Let's just import it right now because we are gonna need it anyways. Router directives from Angular 2 / routes. Then we need to create a component, so let's just create one. So this is a component. Then we have we want to have a selector, and if I go to my index.html file, you can see I have renamed the selector to root, so we are gonna make use of this one only. So I'm gonna say in my app.ts that my selector is root. Then I want the template to be router outlet. Now obviously you know that what this would do, and what it would do is actually it would just whatever routes we are gonna set, it's gonna throw all of those components into this template tag. So this is kind of a parent of every component we are gonna make use of in our application. Then next thing we want to have is directives, obviously, so that we can just inject all of that stuff inside this. And yeah, pretty much we are done here. And for route config, we're gonna need an array, and inside this array we're gonna pass in our properties. So we are gonna say that when the path is homepage, then what I want is that my component should be, let's just say this is login form, and let's just name it as, give it a simple name of, let's just say um, login or login form, simple as that. And I'm just gonna go ahead with a single route config for now. And yeah, so the next thing we need to do is create export class, and this should be what this should be. Let's just say login app and login app, pretty much like that. Let's just leave it blank for now. And right here we also need to import that in the main.ts. And I'm gonna say login app from what this is, app.ts. Alright, so if I look it in the browser for now, okay, it wouldn't probably work because we haven't created this login form component so far. So let's just go ahead and create this, and I'm gonna say login, or let's just name it component dot login dot ts. And I guess I just missed that tradition of naming, so let's just rename this to component dot app dot ts, just like we were doing in the last application. So component dot app dot ts, here we go, and everything else looks fine. Okay, the next thing, import, let's just say this is login component from the same file, component.login.ts, pretty much. And right here we're gonna create a component only, but with a lot of not used code like this. And we don't need a selector here, so let's just say my login. We don't need the route config as well. Directives, we need that, so let's just get rid of this. And for login component we have this thing. Alright, so if you check out in the browser, we have got a bunch of errors. Unexpected token. Oh, okay, so this should be login form actually, and this one as well. Okay, I guess I haven't actually connected it. It was a previous one, so you or me. Make sure you just do npm start in your local directory. And it looks like we still have some errors. Alright, component app.ts.js. Alright, so this should be router, and this should be router. Then we have similar sort of error, app.js. Let's just delete this folder. Component app.ts. Oh, poor me. We don't have to include the ts. And what happened? Alright, so now you can see that it's working. So we have just set it up our simple two components right now. The first one being the index component, which would just take care of all the stuff we have on the website. And then accordingly we can just break down our website into simple components. For example, I've just created this simple one, my login. Then we could just customize it for a login form and pretty much just go ahead and do some more sort of routing. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for this tutorial. And if you liked it, then don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for watching. And I guess I didn't show you this one, so oh, okay. Okay, so this was out of my window view, so I just realized that I haven't shown this. So as you can see, this is working, and just like it, we're gonna end this video right here. And if you liked it again, then don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for watching.